Hey, this is Tommy Victor from Prong, and you're watching CMS TV.
And welcome to Wednesday. I have this, I'm laughing because throughout the entire open there, I was sitting there thinking about what you literally said before we went on the air. Like before I hit the button that said live, you said something and I was like, oh my God, dude.
Did that go out?
You're like a lucky guy, dude. I'm not going to talk about it, but you're a lucky man.
Yes, tomorrow will be good.
And I was sitting there going, wait a second, how can I get my day to be that good? Oh, wait, I can't. That will not be happening for good old Seth.
Well, just mix in some alcohol.
Yeah. At this point, I don't know how much alcohol that would take.
Well, you might have to go to something harder than alcohol.
Yes.
Here's some cocaine.
There's some moonshine I picked up in West Virginia on the way back.
Right. Look what I got just for us, 151.
And I'll be having a day like Chris.
That's right. Maybe you might be passed out because you haven't drank in so long.
Either way, something will happen.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Welcome to Wednesday.
Yes, we're rocking.
Yes, we are. Off to a great start. Storms move through. People don't know how to drive in a fucking rain, dude. I noticed that today.
Did it rain today? I don't even
in
know.
Florida, people knew how to drive in rain. Here, they don't have any idea what to do. All of a sudden, I'm driving home, it starts to rain. Now, we're not talking about like a downpour. We're talking about a steady rain. And everybody's down to 20 miles an hour. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I saw no rain here, or maybe it didn't. I have been working literally to the second today. Even like I took a break about 3:15 to quote unquote have lunch, and even that I just went into another room with a plate of burritos because I eat like a child, and was eating the burritos while I was getting the topics ready for today for this. So there's no such thing as stopping work with me.
Oh, believe me, I was busy myself all day too. Are you gonna cook? Seth, are you cooking on the grill? No. My grill has been outside like the entire year, so I'm not sure if I need to buy a new one now.
No.
Well, I used it once, but I don't have a cover on it. So like rain, sleet, snow, and everything, ice, it was all out in the
Man, you
in the
go
weather.
out there. You go out there with one of those little brushes, what do they call it? The metal brush, the steel brush, whatever. You steel brush the grate, and you're ready to go again. Don't worry about that.
Plus, on top of that, I think I want an upgrade.
Well, upgrade when you can afford it, but it doesn't mean you don't use the one you have.
Yeah, but I want to upgrade to one of those. What do they call them? Those like griddle top ones, Blackstone or whatever.
Well, those are nice, yeah, but still, those are expensive as hell. You just got off of a, I'm sure, far too expensive vacation. You ain't got the money to buy a $600 grill.
But I have credit cards, and
well, that's always smart. Why not pay $1,000 for a $600 grill?
Well, it's screaming my name though. It's like get a griddle one, get one of these blacktop things, and it'll be better than the other one. Maybe I'll use it more if I have like a grill like that.
Dude, I have the grill I have in my backyard. I have all those, I have the side burner and the, the multi-layer and all that stuff. And I bought it for the exact same reason you're thinking is, I looked at the ones, I was like, well, this has more. I must have this one. I never used any of it. None of it. I've had this grill now 10 years. I don't think I've used the side burner one time. I don't think I've ever even tried to see if it lights up. I have no idea if it works.
Yeah, I've used my grill. I had to have one. I was so excited to get a grill, and I've used it once. One time.
You got to get out there. What kind of meats are you eating? You should fucking put, turkey on the grill.
Well, I mean,
grilled turkey.
I don't mind. I've given up the whole non-red meat thing. I have to eat red meat. Even my doctor said eat red meat. So I'm eating red meat again, and I put. I don't mind cooking a burger or something like that, or a steak, but I haven't. I just haven't done it. I've cooked burgers one time on a grill, but my problem is we're always out working. Like literally every day we're working at night, and I just don't have time to do it unless I want to cook at 8:00 at night.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I mean, by that time I'm tired. I don't want to cook.
Hey, throw it on the grill. Get your phone or an iPad out there. Watch a little bit of, I don't know, baseball or extreme fighting or whatever.
See, griddles are awesome. Smash burgers. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm not saying don't get it. I'm saying, but don't just throw away the grill that you have. You've had it for 1 year, dude. If nothing else, put it on the on Facebook marketplace and get at least half of your money out of it.
Yeah, maybe that.
Half like your deposit for the next one that you're going to spend way too much money on.
Look, way too much money. I mean, they got to be somewhat reasonable at this point. Those griddle things have been out for a while now.
Well, how much did you spend for the first grill?
$250.
All right. Well,
not that bad.
So far it only cost you $250 for one meal.
Yes, for one meal.
You might want to get that down to where it averages out to, I don't know, like $10.
To be honest with you, that sucked. It wasn't really that great of a meal.
But you might want to use it enough to get it down to like, so that when you get rid of it, it's like $10 a meal instead of $250.
The more I use it, then it depreciates in value.
Not really.
So I can't really sell it for all that much.
Dude, first of all, you ain't selling a used grill if it's been used once for any different than if you're selling it and it's been used every day for 5 years. You're getting $100
grill.
max.
There's Blackstone 28-inch. I mean, roughly the size of my cock. No, 28-inch Blackstone, $229. Dude, that's not that bad.
Oh, that ain't bad. You got that to spend right now?
Well, I might. Now, here's a Thermidor. It comes with oven, microwave, and everything.
What's that cost?
$23,000.
$23,000?
I think it's an outdoor kitchen kind of thing.
Oh, my God. Still.
Walmart. Blackstone, 36-inch propane, 4-burner griddle. $297.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, they're not bad. I mean, there's some that are better
something
than
that Biden hasn't wrecked price-wise. How about that?
Blackstone Adventure Ready 2-burner, 28-inch, $197. See?
All right.
I'm so sad that I'm already wanting to buy another grill. I'm telling you, I'm going through a midlife crisis.
You are. You probably want a new house too, right?
No, yes, in another state. That's the problem.
I've been in this house a year. I got to get out of here.
But I think maybe I am doing the whole midlife crisis thing. But
Maybe.
I think my midlife was probably when I was 30, dude. I'm not going to live much longer than that.
Well, midlife crisis is a term. It's not a scientific term based on how many days you've done and have left to do.
I had to go to the doctor yesterday.
What'd he say?
Well, nothing. I just had to get blood drawn.
Okay.
Because now they're checking my kidneys to make sure that I'm functioning correctly. And, she's like, oh, because, okay. So I went to the doctor maybe like a year ago. And they did the blood work. And when I went into the hospital originally to get this, and my leg was chopped off and all that, I had that massive sepsis infection thing going on. And a coma and all that kind of stuff. And so my kidneys were barely functioning at that point.
Okay.
And they said, oh, you got stage 4 kidney disease or whatever like that. And, they were talking all kind of bad stuff.
Sure.
And throughout the time at the hospital, I mean, like when I got into the hospital and I was like actually starting rehab and stuff, I mean, I'd be lucky if I was peeing once a day, dude. Like,
right.
There's like nothing coming out of there. And then gradually they got better. And then, when I left the hospital, they were okay, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
And then last year when I took the blood stuff, they said, all right, it seems like things have been improving, blah, blah, blah. But then the doctor said, well, you could still get stage 5 kidney disease and have dialysis and die and all that kind of stuff. And so I went to take blood work yesterday, and I have no idea what it's going to say. I have no idea if it's good or bad. And quite frankly, I don't want to know.
You afraid?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm being honest. I really am. And to the point that, look, I kind of understand to an extent what dialysis is, and I'm not going to do that.
Right.
So I will choose whatever happens beyond that. And let nature take its course.
You say that now, but if it comes down to it, if it comes down to it, dude, I mean,
I'm
look,
pretty sure that that's what I'm going to do.
we all have those things, dude, and believe me, I'm. If you've read my books, I'm well known for being selfish, but man, you got to evaluate that, man. You got a kid, you got a wife and a kid, man. You can't just only base those kind of decisions only on yourself.
I know, but that's stuff I think about a lot. But then when you think about it, what's more selfish, to continue my shitty life, my shitty existence, and burden them with that? Because God knows, stuff like that, I mean, these chronic illnesses, man, they'll drive your entire family crazy.
Oh, yeah, they will. They definitely will. I mean, dude, believe me, end of life is not pleasant. There's nothing good about any of it. So.
I agree, Faith No More. I think one of the most underrated bands.
Faith No More?
Yeah.
I love them.
Me too.
Love them, man. Seen
one
them
of the few bands where I don't just like the hits.
Oh, yeah. I love everything they've ever done. I'm a huge fan of all of those records. The one he's talking about there especially is especially good. Album of the Year was good. Obviously, the real
Angel Dust.
Angel Dust, fantastic. I mean,
that's what that one's off of.
Yeah.
That one, top to bottom, was a great album.
It is. It really is. With what else on there? Kindergarten and Jizzlobber and there's a lot of good songs on there.
Small Victory.
Collision. No, that's the next one, right? Collision. That's the album of the year.
Small Victory.
Small Victory. Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Crack Hitler's on there.
Crack Hitler. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones on that album, man.
Everything's Ruined. One of my favorite songs is on there.
Yeah, especially these days. That's your theme song, isn't it?
I don't want to be depressed, though. I got tomorrow off. I'm excited. Holidays here, Independence Day. Best of Bob France tomorrow. Tune into that. I put that stuff together.
Very cool.
Especially the first segment. You want to listen to that. Starting at 9 o'clock tomorrow. It's going to be good. Good stuff.
Well, then let's talk about something that'll bring you up. Uplifting.
Yes.
LeBron James signed a new contract.
And the show is over. Talk to you on Monday.
This piece of shit, he is such a fucking piece of garbage, man. I hate him. I literally put the graphic up knowing that it would get some eyes on it, but I can't stand this guy, man. I used to. I don't know. I mean, were you before LeBron, if you can even remember that long ago?
Yes.
Were you an NBA fan?
Yeah, I liked the Cavs when I was younger, and I liked the Mark Price era with Brad Daugherty, Hot Rod Williams, and all those guys. Those guys, I like. Yeah, that was my era of basketball with Jordan and everything.
Sure, me too. I can't stand this era.
I hate it.
I hate it, and I blame him for it. He single-handedly has wrecked basketball on every single level. It's no longer a team game. They no longer call fouls on anybody that's making X amount of money. But to me, the way LeBron did this thing, I mean, for people that are not following along with this jizz bag, what he did was he had an option to opt out of his contract.
Yes.
He takes the option, but tells the Lakers, allegedly, I'll resign with the Lakers if you draft my son.
Yes, of course. I mean, not allegedly. That's what he did.
Well, we can't prove that. It's not.
He said no.
Well, he said he wanted to draft him. Well, dude, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the alleged, so we can't get sued. So, of course, they draft this kid. There's 800 players that were better than Bronny James in college. Bronny James averaged 3 or 4 points a game?
Yes.
In college?
Maybe 5.
I don't think it was 5. I think it was under 5 points a game. So he sucked. He sucked. He played on a team that sucked. Team didn't even make the final the tournament. So he sucked. But the king used his influence to get his scrub son signed. So his scrub out of his contract to force these guys into signing him.
Yeah.
They draft him, they're gonna sign him. So then he signs, but he still gets a max contract. He signs a 2-year deal for, I think it was $60 million or $56 million or some stupid amount of money, right?
So let's see. Bronny James, real quick.
Yeah, please.
4.8 points a game, 2.1 assists, 2.8 rebounds, and 0.8 steals.
And he's drafted as a top 100 player in this year's draft.
Yes.
He was 55?
Something like that. And they even say that that's a throwaway pick, but who cares? I mean, it's bad.
It's bad. Yeah, but the difference is any other team in the league, the Cavs, if the Cavs drafted 56,
yes,
which I have no idea where they draft. I don't pay attention to the draft really. Yeah. But let's just say they drafted 56 and they got Abu Ababe, whoever that is. They'll put him in the G League, the minor leagues, to see if he can, work his way into being an NBA caliber player. Bronny James officially has a slot on the bench on the LA Lakers. He ain't going to no G League. There's no way. He's not going to the minor leagues.
Yeah.
It wouldn't shock me at all if he starts for the LA Lakers game 1. Would it shock you?
No, not at all.
Just for, and this is where I go, this is where I'm so annoyed. The NBA has now become about money. It's no longer about winning.
Look, here's the deal with LeBron. LeBron's just a dick and a loser, and people can call him the greatest winner of all time, the greatest basketball player of all time. No, he's not. He's a whiny little bitch, and I would tell that to his face if he was here right now. I'd get the shit kicked out of me, but I would still tell it to him because
he wouldn't get the shit kicked. If you hit him once, he'd flop to the floor like a bitch.
It's the right thing to do, is to just call this guy out for once. I mean, nobody wants to do it.
No one
does.
Half
fans in this town are suckers for that douchebag.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's sad and pathetic, to be honest with you. Everybody grovels at the feet of LeBron because he brought a championship here. That's the most hollow championship you could possibly have in any sport. I mean, the fact that ass came back here and tried to say it was for Cleveland, no, it was for you. It was for him. Mm-hmm. That's why he did it. That's why he's doing this. He wants to be the first player to play with his son in the NBA. And he said that he wants to make his son better, and the way he can do it is teach him how to play the game and everything else. No, the way to teach your son how to do anything is let the asshole fail. Yeah. And see if he gets any better playing college basketball and can actually make his way to the league. what he's doing is coddling his son, and he's never going to make anything of himself.
No.
That kid can retire tomorrow after their first game together, and he's going to be comfortable for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
He's hurting his son in the long run, other than the fact that his son's never going to have to work anyhow, so who cares? But it's a sad, pathetic attempt by a loser of a basketball player.
Yeah.
Anybody that says LeBron James is the greatest basketball player of all time, I will fight you to the death.
Yeah, it's awful, dude. Well, I saw that. I'm going to start with this. I have a few videos to play, but this one pretty much sums up what I think is going on in the NBA. So you'll like this. This is brand new Lakers coach, J.J. Redick. Let's hit play here. How do I hit play? Doop.
Lakers fans listening at home, I know you're all angry we drafted Bronny, but you're probably too dumb and too poor to understand why we did draft him. So I'll try to explain it in a way your small brain can comprehend. Drafting Bronny wasn't a basketball decision. It was a business decision. We know Bronny is shorter than a garden gnome, and we know he lays more bricks than a Mexican construction worker. But we are going to make a lot of money. Just imagine how much merchandise we will sell. Just imagine how this will increase our television ratings. And just imagine how many podcast views I'm going to get. This is America, folks. It's always been about money, and it always will be. Honors in the dollar, baby. For the peasant.
AI is the most amazing thing of all time. It really is.
What, he didn't really say that?
Did you hear they had one with Anthony Davis, too?
Oh, talking about Bronny? No.
Yeah, and like the AI thing, and it was ridiculous.
It looks exactly the same.
Because it's dead on. You're sitting there going, dude, there were actually people that were like on TikTok going, oh my God, Anthony Davis is the greatest basketball player of all time. How it's so great that he said this and stood up to LeBron James.
It's all fake. This just made me laugh when I saw it because just like you, I saw your reaction when he started saying, "Oh, you guys are just peasants or whatever." You're like, "Whoa!" But while it's obviously AI, it also is very true in its point that the only reason they brought this kid in is for money, for TV, and the only reason they're bringing LeBron back is for money and for TV. They're not winning a championship with him.
What's sad is exactly what Mark is saying. There were actually people out there and radio stations out there here in town that wanted the Cavs to draft Bronny so LeBron would come back here and play. There were people that actually, when they said that he opted out of his contract, thought that he was going to come here to Cleveland and play. Are you people retarded?
Well,
we don't want him back here anyways.
Well,
did that championship really mean that much to you?
No. Rizzo's always been a fucking LeBron honk.
You know what's sad is I really like Tony Rizzo.
I do too, but he's off on that take always.
Aaron
Goldhammer's awful.
He's a waste of just airspace. I mean, it's just awful listening to him. The fact that guy has a job is only because of his father. Mm-hmm. It's actually kind of disturbing. But Rizzo, I actually enjoy listening to. I think he's fun and he's entertaining. But they're off when it comes to bringing LeBron back here. I mean, who gives a fuck if that guy ever sets another foot in this town?
Yeah. I used to enjoy listening to Rizzo, but then anybody turning their TV on takes their signal down, so it makes it tough to listen.
I know Trev and him had their thing. Like Trev always made fun of his hairpiece and stuff like that. But I think that Trev also understood that that guy does have talent. I mean, he's not an untalented guy. I think he's pretty damn entertaining, to be honest with you. I wish he would surround himself with more talent. I mean, that show is not bad, except for the people he surrounds himself with.
Why is he stuck with Goldhammer for this long?
Because his dad owns the company.
Yeah, but his dad can't just give him a different slot, give him afternoon drive or whatever.
The show does well, from what I understand.
Not because of Goldhammer.
Yeah, but the ratings are good, so why are you going to change it?
I'll tell you why you change it, because I know for me personally, if I was listening to sports talk, if my choices are truly Baskin and Phelps or Tony Rizzo, I'd listen to Tony Rizzo. But if my options are Baskin and Phelps and Rizzo and Goldhammer, I'll listen to boring ass Jeff Phelps and Andy Baskin.
It's so sad that sports talk in this town is just tough to listen to. I mean,
it's terrible now.
There's some people on the FM side that you sit there and go, well, how did they get jobs on talking sports. I mean, when they say stuff like, "Hey," I literally heard this the other night.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with the Guardians the other night when they just didn't score enough runs. Well, no shit. If they scored enough runs, they would have won the game. Or the pitching wasn't really all that great. Yes, you're right. The other team scored 9 runs. So, yes, you're correct. The pitching wasn't all that great. It doesn't take a rocket science to do sports talk in this town.
No, it really
Come up
doesn't.
with like a hot take, something good, something that makes you think a little bit. Not, well, if they just would have scored more runs, it would have been a different. No shit.
Dude, our sports talk in this town is so lousy now. I mean, Ken Carmen is great. I love Ken. I think Ken Carmen is great. Anthony Lima, I cannot take. So that makes that show tough to listen to. Baskin and Phelps, you better have had a good night's sleep or you'll fall asleep listening to them. They're so fucking boring and old manish.
Who?
Baskin and Phelps.
Oh, yeah.
They're so old manish.
I like Baskin. I think he's a nice
He's all right. I mean, look, I'm sure as a guy he's great. I don't know him at all, but you know, they just have old man takes constantly, and it's just old feeling. Afternoon Drive, clearly Adam the Bull was carrying Dustin Fox because Dustin and whoever they got now is terrible. And I don't even know who does. And I don't even know who does the night show now. I used to like it when it was Chico Borman. He was okay.
I heard this guy the other night. I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him before, but I didn't think he was very, very good, to be honest. But now what they do is they just hire cheap talent. I mean,
yeah. Oh, you worked the board for 6 months? Get for the mic.
Here's a microphone and go talk sports for 2 hours.
It really is bad over there. I mean, it just is not good. I agree with Habu too. What about Mary Kay Cat? Oh, she is like an instant. You know, I listen to a lot of their shows on the podcast versions because I can't take the stupid callers. Hey, do you think Donovan Mitchell's gonna sign for the money? Oh, fucking stop calling. You know, the callers are so bad. But Mary Kay Cabot is an instant push the button with her smarmy attitude and her great takes like, you know, if the Deshaun Watson throws the ball well, he might get a lot of yards this year.
Well, that's what I hate. We need a quarterback to stand. Well, no kidding, we do. Yes, we need a quarterback.
You know,
and she's like the queen of, well, the Browns might trade this person or they might trade that. Well, way to cover all your bases.
Yeah, she's the queen of saying nothing. You know, if Nick Chubb's knee is okay, Nick Chubb might play this year. Really? No shit. Well, who doesn't fit that qualification, you dumb bitch? I mean, holy smokes. Really? If Nick Chubb, I heard her say that. If Nick Chubb's knee is okay, he might play this year.
Bloom Doggy is slightly better.
Oh, let's not get crazy.
Bloom Doggy, John.
Yeah, like I said, let's not get crazy.
Come on, I love our reporter.
John's
I'm looking forward to that segment.
John's a boob. Homer. But yeah, you know, I mean, and the worst part is then have you ever watched the greatest sports show thing or whatever that's called? The YouTube thing that Adam the Bull went to?
No, I have not. Not checked it out. Is that bad?
Oh, it's so bad. It's just, what's his name that used to do the barbershop on 92? He's pretty good. I can't think of his name. Bush, Garrett Bush, G. Bush. He's pretty good, but the rest of them are, you got the one guy that was clearly at ESPN for a while and just comes off like an ESPN snob. Then you got Adam the Bull who thinks he's smarter than the room. And then you got Jason Lloyd is in there sometimes, and sometimes they have football players. And when they have football players that are in there with them, they take over the show. And the other guys can't get a word in. It just, I don't know, it's just
the
a
problem
crappy
with
show.
sports talk is most of these sports talk guys really, like you said, think that they are smarter than everybody else, dude.
Yeah.
And all they're doing is giving the same shit takes that we talk about either here on this show or when you're sitting on your couch. I mean, it's
well, and that's exactly
crap.
it. And I'll tell you, I used to be a fan of Adam the Bull, but man, he really got to where he likes to hear Adam the Bull talk.
Really?
Because, oh my God, Dude, you ask him they ask him simple questions sometimes on the show. They'll be like, so Bull, do you think a ball needs air in it to throw it better? Well, let me just tell you, when I was playing football back in 1986, it's like the history of him touching a football and pumping it up and knowing the poundage. And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Just answer the question.
Dude, the worst is there are people like on the big AM station here, not to mention any names, but they talk sports and they're pretty decent at talking sports. But then they talk about politics and you want to strangle them.
Oh, yeah.
The one guy I called up the other night as a caller, and he starts talking. It was a sports talk show, anyway, it's supposed to be. And he starts saying, well, just before I talk sports, I'm going to talk about the fact that, if we elect the orange guy, then democracy is done for in this country.
Just shut up.
And I was like, just fucking talk baseball if that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Because you don't know anything else. So there was one guy over there who
this is on what, 92 or where?
No, where I used to work.
Okay.
And I went in. He came in after the show, and we were talking about politics. And I made a comment, and I said something effective. What about all the riots that we had in Minneapolis where they burned down the cities and people got shot and killed? And he started yelling at me to get the fuck out of his studio. And I said, I don't know who you're talking to. I don't know whose studio you think this is, but I don't have to leave anywhere.
Yeah. And they're peaceful protests, Seth, just so you know.
I'm sorry, yes. And it's like, quit talking, just stick to talking pitching and baseball and your little, after innings, shows and all that kind of stuff.
Brenda needs to stay with sports than politics. Yes.
Well, there you go. He's the one who told me to get the fuck out of the studio.
Oh, well, tell old Salt and Pepper Head to fucking go fuck himself.
Good old Franks and Beans.
He stinks. He always sucked. Dude, even back in the old WKNR days when it was Jeff Sindelar and Kenny Rhoda and Brenda was always the weak link.
Well,
he just got to... If he hadn't had good ins at KNR, he would have been fired like 2 years into his run. He sucks.
He was friends with some of my family and stuff like that, but
good for him. He still doesn't know shit.
But I thought that was kind of uncalled for to tell me to get the F out of his studio. I don't know.
Well, he's so goddamn important.
Last I checked, the studio didn't have his name on it.
Well, last I checked, he's never been important. Oh, Maniloff has become a moron.
Look, I like Dennis. I'm not going to say anything bad about Dennis.
I will. He's terrible on his takes when he calls into any show.
Well, he does his own shows now.
Well, when they talk to him on for whatever reason, his takes are always terrible.
I don't know. I like him, but he came out the other day anti-Trump a little bit, and I didn't really like that. Not because I'm an only Trumper, just because I think that when you're trying to fight a battle, when it's good versus evil at this point, you need to pick your side, and if you're not going to be on the side, then get the fuck out.
Right? I hear you.
Not going to be in on the fight, get the fuck out of the fight.
Sure. This is another one. I can't stand when these guys do this shit. Well, I think Peyton Manning might come out of retirement and play backup for the... Dude, literally, I think before the end of last season, and this was on ESPN, no less, on ESPN's website, they had an article of what will it take to get Andrew Luck to come out of retirement to play for the Colts. I was like, Andrew Luck hasn't played. Him and Kneel Down guy haven't played in about the same amount of time.
Some of the sports talk guys around here had Tom Brady playing for the Browns like 5 different times. Like Tom Brady's going to come to Cleveland and play for the Browns.
Might be time to bring Johnny Manziel back in for another shot.
I heard John Elway is coming out of retirement. He's going to play for the Browns next year.
Brian Sipe was spotted downtown. Is he the backup? It's like, Jesus Christ.
The ghost of Jim Brown will play running back for the Browns next year.
Still got a better knee than Chubb.
Today at 3.
Sports talk is fucking terrible.
It is.
And I hate it because, dude, and I'll tell you this, and this is going to rub every one of you Cleveland people the wrong way, and I apologize in advance, but when I was building my pinball place, I listened to a lot of Pittsburgh talk radio because, I was there. Pittsburgh fans are way smarter than Cleveland fans.
All right, I'm going to stand up.
Way smarter. All
Why?
right. I'll tell you why. I was there the season that Roethlisberger got hurt and they had to have Michael Vick step in and quarterback the Steelers.
Yeah.
And if that happens here, everything would be excuses, just like last year. Anytime there was a loss, there was an excuse of, well, it's not Deshaun. We would have won if it wasn't the backup, this or that. There's all the excuses. Pittsburgh, they had none of this going on. None of it. They were like, they didn't care that it was not Roethlisberger. They're like, we expect to win, period. And I respected that a hell of a lot more than I do Cleveland fans that always have an excuse on why we can't.
Oh, yeah. It's awful.
It's awful.
You're right. I mean, it is kind of true that we do have an excuse for everything.
For every single, and I love Cleveland, and I would never want to live in Pittsburgh. I'm not trying to say that at all. I love having a business in Pittsburgh, but that being said, if I could move it here, I would, because I would love to have it here instead of having to go to the dark side every time I got to go visit the place. But fan-wise, their fans have a much better grasp, which is why their teams win and ours don't. We accept mediocrity to poor play. We find excuses why it'll be better next year. Dude, there's fucking podcasts by our sports talk people that are called Wait Till Next Year. They literally are ahead of the game. Just go, all right, well, we're already going to suck, so wait till next year. Pittsburgh, they have none of that. If you get down to the fifth string quarterback, they're still expecting to win games. I mean, how bad were they last year? And they still won, 9 games?
Yeah.
They don't accept losing.
I'm going to say something that is also terrible to say in this town, but Pittsburgh's actually a pretty good town, man. Downtown's not that bad.
It's nicer than our downtown.
It is nicer than our downtown.
You can walk down there without the threat of being killed.
The Steelers have been a perennial winner, and they have a decent hockey team, I guess. I don't know. I don't follow hockey.
The Penguins,
they have been good. Mm-hmm. Pittsburgh's really not all that bad of a town. I mean, their women are kind of ugly. Yeah, but I guarantee you there's some good ones.
They're not a baseball town. I will say that. The Pirates do not exist.
Well, I don't know how bad they're doing.
I don't know. Dude, neither does anybody in Pittsburgh. That's the problem. I lived in Pittsburgh for those 4 years, or half time in Pittsburgh for 4 years. And I can tell you, I never heard one word about Pittsburgh Pirates baseball. I used to try and use that to pump up social media. Hey, let's go Bucks. That kind of stuff wouldn't get one single like on Facebook. They don't care about the Pirates.
Well, they're not having a great year now.
Well, they never have a great year. They've been bad since the We Are Family years.
Well, they're third in their division.
Well, which is probably better than they've been in years, but they're perennially lousy. Great field, though. I will say PNC is a nice place. But anyway, let's move back to LeBron. I don't want to get Habu is exactly right too, which baffles me. Even my friends that are there that I work with at Pinball PA.
Yeah.
They all are like, oh, we got to get rid of Tomlin. Tomlin sucks. Got to get a better coach. And I'm like, got to get a better coach. This guy has had a winning record every single year for 20 years. Come on over here. We've had coaches that went 2 years without a win. It's like, they never have problems, but, so, anyway,
LeBron.
let's move back to LeBron. So since I knew we were going to talk about LeBron, and since I truly believe he has ruined the NBA, I wanted to bring some reasons that I think he's ruined the NBA outside of just leaving and screwing teams over and breaking up rosters and everything else, all the back end stuff that he's done.
Right.
But I think from the decision on, he absolutely wrecked building chemistry with teams. Do you agree with that?
Well, of course, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, now I don't even know who's on what team half the time.
There
Do you?
were great teams back in the day. Now, again, I'm not
Yeah.
old enough to sit here and talk about the days of, World Be Free or whatever it is. But there were great teams back in the day. When Jordan played, he had a great team around him. Scottie Pippen, all those guys, they were good. But there weren't these super teams. I mean, the Pistons were an all-around good team. Cavs had an all-around decent team.
Yeah. 76ers for a while. Celtics,
Lakers. I mean, they had good teams.
Mm-hmm.
But LeBron was the one that decided to start creating super teams.
Yeah. And they've all followed along
because he can't
with
win
it.
on his own.
No, he can't. He definitely can't. But he wrecked it from that perspective to where now it's hard to be loyal to a team. You find as many people, and I know you know this, there are as many people that are more loyal to LeBron James than they are to their team. Like, there's Cleveland people that will root for the Lakers because he's on the Lakers. And if next year he's on the Mavs, they'll be Mavs fans. They're not loyal to the teams. There's no loyalty to the teams anymore. The teams don't matter. It's an individual league. And that blows. But the other thing that I hate that LeBron has really brought into focus, and some people will say, it was the same way with Jordan. I don't think it was as bad as it is now. The referees simply do not call the game fairly anymore. If you're a superstar, you get every single call. Every call. You agree?
I absolutely agree. Now we sound like the sports talk guys.
Yeah. Do you agree? Give us a call now, 800-497.
But here's the problem that I have with that statement is I don't think that it's just the NBA. I think that happens in life. I think that whether you're a superstar in radio, whether you're a superstar in a celebrity in movies, or whether you're a celebrity in the NBA, whatever it is, the superstars in life get better calls than the rest of us. I mean, that's
Better maybe. But the level that LeBron gets is straight up ridiculous.
I agree.
I mean, and I'm about to show you some of it because this stuff is just here's one example. LeBron James clearly does not understand the rule of you get 2 steps.
Nobody in the NBA does, but yeah, he's the king.
But he's the worst, as we'll see. Some of these clips I'm about to show you, he takes 6 and 7 steps, and they don't call traveling. Now, that is a LeBron James thing. That is not a bad refereeing thing. These are not necessarily bad refereeing things. These are LeBron is LeBron, and they give him the benefit of the doubt always because they want their big star to have the big numbers because then it generates people watching the stupid game. So let's watch a little of this.
And keep the jump shooter. Taken away by Chalmers. Back to James. Chalmers.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Dellavedova and LeBron James. Love with just 1 point in the second half. Dellavedova to trigger in. Finds Love. Here's James. Guarded by Davis. Superstar on superstar. James.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And finishes with the left hand.
And they don't even complain about it. They just
I like
accept
watching
it.
these, though. I like watching these.
Oh, it's fun. Oh, dude, there's plenty of them here. So, all right, here we go.
Cavs. Evans.
That's a good foul because, I mean, LeBron has not been shooting free throws well. Now, look at this play once again. Just
1, 2,
strength.
3,
Just
4,
strength.
and
Anthony
a jump.
Davis does everything you can do. He contests. He doesn't foul. He tries to stay in front of him. It's a
2,
left-handed
3,
move off
4,
the glass
5.
under pressure after playing 40 minutes.
Oh, it's amazing.
Messi with a live dribble. Knocked away by Carriero.
Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Carriero.
1, 2, 3, 4. What the fuck? He's running with holding the ball from about half court.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
that's.
must be a flopping montage, too.
Oh, I've got that ready for us as well. Don't worry. We'll get to that, but let's play more of the traveling because I love these. These are so funny.
Ahead to LeBron James.
Pass and shoot. Multi-talented.
Ooh, Lopez with the
Look at
nifty
this.
finish.
1, 2, 3.
That's the Lakers, right? They want to
He
play
just
with
hangs
pace.
on the ball.
Lopez
Yeah, watch.
with the nifty finish.
1, 2, 3.
That's the Lakers, right?
Just 1, 2.
James 0 for 4 from downtown.
How many steps? Well, at least they called that one.
James saying no.
And the whining.
Yeah, he's a whiner.
He is a whiny bitch.
For somebody that big and strong, he's a bitch.
He is a bitch. He's always crabbing. That might
He's
be why they
working.
don't call him, because they don't want to hear his bullshit.
Sports talk radio would be so much better if they would just say LeBron James is a bitch.
They would. It would. But God knows you can't say that about the league's king. Ugh, hate him. All right, here we go.
That's his 6th turnover here this afternoon.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ball by Pat Frail. On the drive, James left hand can't get it to fall. He thought he was fouled. This time, Rozier gets it inside. Horford, he banks it home. James still in the backcourt complaining that he was hit. As Horford takes advantage, he's got 20.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he throws it up.
He was skipping
But
to the
he's
basket.
not alone.
Huh?
He was skipping to the basket.
Yeah. He's the worst. All right, here we go.
Cavs the last 2 years in the Eastern Conference playoffs since LeBron James returned are 24-4 in the postseason against the East. A travel call. That's an incredible dominance.
That's why I think it's always tough to say a guy hasn't won a championship. You look at Paul George's.
1, 2, 3.
He never even dribbled.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. This is what I'm saying about him. They don't call. If it was a third step and they didn't call it every time, I wouldn't like it, but I can live with that because it's hard to, it's hard to be counting steps on the fly like that. But 5?
Well, you know what's going to happen now. It seems rules are going to apply to Bronny James. Bronny James will get the same kind of treatment.
Of course.
Because otherwise, the king will bitch like the little bitch that he is.
Well, that might take Bronny up to like 3 points a game to get some calls.
5. Come on, he's at 4.8.
But that's in college.
Well,
All right, here's more traveling.
4 seasons in Games 1. Steal by Lee, racing with Miller. Look out!
Oh, look out!
To the track down smack.
How many steps are he going to take there?
He could, because he got upset with himself for making the pass.
1, 2, 3, 4.
To the ball and the pass. That was perfect timing, and he held on.
Joel stripped from behind by Parsons, who makes
numerous opportunities to secure the ball.
Nash tied up. Ball deflected into the hands of James. James goes past Bryant, draws the foul, and one.
Just take as many as you need, LeBron. No foul, no travel, no nothing. Just take as many as you need. He sucks. You want to watch more of these, or you want to go to flopping?
whatever.
Oh, we can go. We'll watch these. We'll watch the rest of these, and then we'll go to flopping. All right, here we go.
And Nash and Howard getting into it about. Nash was telling him to move. Howard said he's wide open. The smaller guard.
No sound. Catch the ball. 1, 2, 3.
I wonder if there's a highlight package of Bronny James.
Please, there's no highlights.
What's I'm saying? Maybe there's like a low light package on it. So there's got to be something.
Yeah, it's called a blank film.
LeBron James bulldozes his way down, but falls away. Golden State will take game 1 as they finally score in overtime.
More on this possession.
James again isolated against Iguodala. 4 to shoot. Drives, spins, double team.
1, 2, 3.
Tied up, knocked away. A 24-second violation. James thought he was hit. Pleading with Tony Brothers.
Shot it.
Like 1. LeBron James still upset that they missed this.
1,
They
2,
defended
3,
it so
4,
well
5, 6.
until this slap across the arm.
He traveled before that, but that is clearly.
He traveled a little. He had 6 fucking steps. 6.
At least the announcers noticed it.
How could you not? If you took that many steps, you'd be halfway to the parking lot. Come on, man. All right, a little bit more on this video, and then we'll move on. Here we go.
A foul.
Have to make sure you recognize who's back.
Now Barnes defending on James. LeBron backs his way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And he's called for steps.
You know, I know that's a turnover, but I don't care if he turns it over every time right there. It reminds me a lot of Carmelo and that bully.
Shut up. All right, so that's that's just traveling. So, so they don't call those on LeBron.
No.
And who is it? Scott puts it exactly correct. Bronny is going to get murdered in social media.
Oh, yeah.
I feel bad for that kid.
I think he's going to get murdered on the court and in social media. There's no doubt about it.
He's going to get murdered but he's certainly going to get just absolutely destroyed in social media. So, let's see. We did traveling, so let's get to flopping. Unbelievably, there's a zillion flop videos out there. I can
imagine.
Because and what cracks me up is about this guy is that this guy says, I've never flopped. You must be kidding me. He literally says he does not flop. He is the king of that. All right, there we go. So here it is. LeBron James, the flop compilation. The flop compilation. Here we go.
Talking about, could this be another fine for LeBron James on the flop right there? There was a little bit of contact there, but not as much as...
James missing again at the foul line. A whistle. James goes down hard to the court.
Such a bitch.
Caruso and Payne get into it. Montrezl Harrell runs into Campaign, and coaches leave the bench area as things become a little bit contentious here.
Well, it started with Chris Paul blocking out LeBron James when James was up in the air on the missed free throw. And then it was Caruso and Campaign.
I love how these announcers, watch this. You saw that play, right? You could see that clear as day that he just throws himself down.
Yeah.
These announcers try to justify that it's not a flop. They're trying to justify that was not a flop. If you can believe that. Check this out.
Involved in a separate issue.
LeBron's is shaken up. He's down on one knee on the court.
He landed hard. He got undercut.
He's holding that left shoulder.
That's another look at it. And there's Harrell that came in late on Payne.
The guy that came in hit the other guy harder than LeBron got hit. And he didn't go to the floor. Jesus. All right, check this out.
There's Chris Paul blocking him out,
And that got called a foul.
There's a loose ball foul on Chris Paul. Then there's an altercation. The altercation is under review.
By James. Instead, it's a takeaway from LeBron. 6 turnovers. That is real nice touch by West. It'll be Miami ball. As West disagrees with John Gobel's call.
Yeah, I like the fact that that was a hard trap. You're going to see it right there. Now,
he didn't even get touched.
No.
He just fell down. But the refs give him that call, man.
All of them.
All of them. He's such a bitch.
My dog jumps on me harder when I get home from work.
That's what I'm saying. And you don't fall.
I don't.
You got one leg.
One fucking leg.
Yeah. Ugh. All right, here's more.
now it comes down to whether or not the ball definitely is off LeBron James. As the ball almost came to you to give you a little one-on-one.
23 points off the bench. Grant, the Raptors have had 5 guys score off the bench as LeBron is whacked.
I caught the elbow there of Stanley Johnson as he caught the ball and gathered himself before he went up for that shot.
He didn't catch no elbow.
James on a basket cut. Instead, it's Davis for 3. Rebound, Grayson Allen. Loose ball foul.
No one touched him there.
Grayson as LeBron James goes down.
He doesn't flop. No way.
Oh.
So bad. All right, here we go.
Are you are you kidding me, man? You got this is getting out of hand, man. This is
a technical foul call. Thompson pushes away James, and I think they thought it was one of the Raptors and hit him with a tee. Well, it was his own teammate, I think.
It was actually DeMari Carroll. It was Tristan Thompson that hit LeBron James. Referee Kenny Mallett thought it was DeMari Carroll.
So his own guy pushed him down and gets a call. He gets pushed by his own guy and he gets the call. Here we go.
4-5. They've been a much more aggressive team. A hard screen on Chandler, and they're going to call a flagrant foul on him.
A flagrant foul.
LeBron James went into Chandler. That's going to be his 4th personal. It happened right here in front of us at center court. James obviously hurting.
And Chandler set that foul.
They just showed the replay on the big screen.
Like he was trying to take it.
Watch.
I mean, he pushed him, but flagrant? That's not a flagrant.
They called that flagrant? Oh, come on. What kind of league are we becoming if that's a flagrant foul?
Well, that's a hard shot, but I don't think that's a flagrant.
He's not expecting it to be screened. It's not because of what Chandler did that was so flagrant. You can't adjust to the reaction.
It was clearly a foul. As he
9 from the line.
Whoa!
Boy, those.
You know what's shocking?
This guy is 275 pounds, man. And all muscle.
And the sad part is, Space Jam 2 is so bad because he can't fucking act at all.
Oh, yeah.
But he can do it on the court.
He's a better actor on the court than he is in his movies.
Yeah.
This is just hilarious watching this shit. It's so bad. All right, here we go.
Struggles putting the ball in the basket. Rose looking for the steal, made contact with James.
He didn't make contact with him. He got hit in the face with the ball and it bounced out of his hand.
Foul called.
Man.
A sensational year, and the Wizards showing some signs in recent weeks. LeBron uncontested.
All right, so there we have.
We've also been knocking the goal down.
There we have LeBron with the with the flop.
His kid is going to have a hell of a time in here.
His kid is going to get beaten up. I mean, badly beaten up.
Isn't there a rule against, like, nepotism like that? Isn't there a rule against, like, I mean...
Apparently not. Apparently the league's okay with it. They're letting it happen. All right, well, here's one more little video that I put together. Since he's the greatest of all time, I didn't put this together. Let me stress that. I said that, but I didn't mean that. I put together to have for the show. Here is a compilation of the greatest basketball player of all time consistently missing simple dunks.
All right.
These are funny, too. Because, you know, he is the greatest of all time. And again, I still say he's fucking ruined the NBA. And this is another reason.
I agree.
He makes it all about him.
And now it's even worse because he brought his son into it.
Yeah. So here we go.
I heard his wife is going to be a starting center for the Lakers next year, too.
Could very well be.
Yes.
Wouldn't shock me.
Nope.
Why not? Maybe his mom will come out. She can be the mattress for the team.
I was going to say come on a couple of times with it.
Or some of the players have come on her or something
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
Right, Delonte?
Delonte.
All right, here we go. LeBron James showing us how to dunk.
Stolen by LeBron James. A pick six. One nut to throw it down. And
Boink.
Looking down the floor. Finding LeBron again. LeBron sends it.
Dun, 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 dun. Boom.
Yeah, Jordan missed those all the time.
Yeah, Jordan missed them all. Well, and especially, I'm going to go back on this one for a minute. Maybe it was the pressure that was on him because there was so much defense on him.
Oh, yes.
Not a player in sight. He stinks.
Man.
A.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert.
Here we
Not
go.
quite sure what's going to go.
Wink.
Well, maybe that's part of the old age of conversation Kobe Bryant was having with LeBron James.
Well, sometimes
as they're joking about it right now.
Sometimes you overshoot the runway. Sometimes the landing isn't right. You don't hit the ball. Obviously kept alive by Adam.
Oh, look at this.
James
He's all by himself.
Oh! James missed the stuff on the follow.
And then he's complaining to the ref.
And he flopped. He flopped and missed the dunk.
Yeah, and complains to the ref.
And traveled the entire way down the court.
Yeah, it's every single problem all in one.
That was all three. The trifecta of fuck you, LeBron.
That's right. All right, here's more.
Pleading his case with the official, Mitchell Irving, that he was fouled on that breakaway. LeBron James takes off outside the hash mark. No contact. That's just a missed dunk by LeBron.
One-on-one movement, and like Coach said, passing up first shots.
Oh, missed on the dunk by James. They're pleading for a goaltending call. Here comes McGetty. Got the layup to tie it up at 82. Wow, that play's gone, fellas. It's tied up. Here comes up.
Mike Dunleavy off the Cleveland bench. LeBron drives it, tried to flush it. Too hard off the iron.
As he's known, Richard Jefferson misses. Loose basketball, tap once, twice, 50-50 ball. LeBron has it, slips out of his hands, and the score by Irving.
Placed at the wrong time. Here comes LeBron James, starting the second quarter in the hurry-up mode. Too easy, but he missed the jam.
Too easy.
Too easy, but he missed. All right, there's a few more. Here we go.
To fly by Robinson, kept alive by Adam.
Oh, look out!
James with the steal. Oladipo chasing him down. James missed the stuff on the follow.
Mira ni al aro, espera que un compañero se acerque y acaba dándosela a Kyrie Irving. Lebron James intentaba otro mate tremendo.
After the first half. Irving for three. LeBron tried to jam it, got it on the second try.
The defense by James has been such a key part of his season, and he leaks out for two. Oh, he missed the dunk.
will release a guy. This time it just happens to be LeBron. Now that was an easy one. We all know that he's second in the league in fast break conversions.
It's going to be difficult.
Man.
Look at this. Boink. Look, more from the same game.
Oh, what a pass from James. James missed on the follow, but it comes to pass. Free throw shooters able to hit the technical.
It might have been incidental contact as Shaq was coming over. It looked like he had gone straight up.
Town guy. Not that I'm disputing it, but they're nice pass, and James blows the stuff.
We've also been knocking the goal.
Total bum.
It's bad that I take pleasure in his misery.
Dude, I love it. I love it. He sucks, and I'm glad that he sucks. I take great pleasure in that. And look, does it matter to him? No. He's the richest of the rich. And the league, and this goes to my whole point, this is the guy that this league caters to. And now they're letting him dictate how the draft runs.
Yeah.
What's next with this guy? You know, like you said, maybe his wife will be on the team next year.
Right. I mean, who knows?
He might have his younger son next year. Doesn't he have a younger son?
Yeah, it's really kind of sad, to be honest with you. But what's more sad is that we give him as much attention as we do as a country. There's so many fucked up things going on in this country. We got a president that should not be running the country, and we care about LeBron James and his stupid ass. All right, I shouldn't say his son didn't do anything wrong. His son is just happens to be LeBron's kid and gets sucked into this life by a douchebag basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if LeBron really loved his kid, what he would do is say, like, here's
earn your keep.
Or he'd just say, here's $50 million. You're not that good at basketball. Just go live a life. Here's $50 million to go sit on an island somewhere and do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Get some hookers, some blow, and go enjoy the rest of your life. Here's $50 million.
Yeah. Be LeBron James' kid.
Yeah. As opposed to saying, here, I'm going to have you drafted by the Lakers, allegedly, and you're going to play basketball with me, and I think you're going to be fantastic. Your son sucks at basketball.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Not everybody can make it to the NBA.
Not everybody deserves to be in the NBA that is in the NBA, and certainly this kid does not deserve to be in the NBA.
Now what they're going to do is they're going to embarrass this poor kid. This kid's going to go out there and score 3 points a game. He's going to get hammered, or he's going to get carried by his dad, and either way he looks bad.
Dude, think about this for a minute. What is going to happen? He's got forget the fact that he doesn't have the skill set for it. Let's just take that off the table for a minute. He's on the court, and he tries to go to the hole against Draymond Green. Draymond Green may put him into a coma.
Yeah.
You know, just because he's going to send a message.
Or either that, or maybe they treat him with kid gloves because he's LeBron's kid. Maybe LeBron put the memo out saying, don't touch my kid.
Well, and that could be too, and we'll know that if it ends up being that he ends up being a decent player. There's no chance he can be a superstar, right? None.
I don't think so. I mean, watch, we proves us wrong, and he goes out and he's the next LeBron.
Yeah, but there was a difference. LeBron was all worldly ahead of the game. Bronny was not a 5-star player in high school.
No.
He's not as good.
He went to school because of his dad's name. And he's going to get in the NBA he's in the NBA because of his dad's name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
so I don't really blame him. I don't blame the kid.
I don't either. I
don't think he had anything to do with it.
I hope, quite honestly, and I know we're joking around about it or whatever, I hope Bronny is able to get in there, maybe score 10 points a game, be a decent 6th or 7th guy off the bench, so that he doesn't live his life completely in his dad's shadow. You know, I mean, no matter what he does, every sports writer is going to be like, well, LeBron played 42 minutes, but Bronny only played 6.
Yeah, it's going to be all over the place.
It's going to be, everything is going to be, what did Bronny do? There's going to be nobody. The Lakers are probably not going to be very good, and nobody's going to care because it's a circus.
I'll care. I mean, I'll be one of those guys that will revel in the failure of LeBron and his son. I guess that's. Yeah.
Caitlin is she's taking a beating, man. I keep seeing things that every day I see another post of her just getting hit square in the face with an elbow from this team or that team.
Our good friend Jake, who worked with me before, wants to know if there's a number that he can call in so he can defend LeBron James.
No.
Yep.
How about that? No.
Nope. You can text in though. Text in how great you think LeBron is.
Yeah, we won't read it. No, LeBron is a bum. I'm surprised John Drake isn't in here as well either. He's another one of these fucking LeBron lovers.
I don't understand that. John seems like he's got his head screwed on straight a little bit. Is he that much of a homer that he loves LeBron because he won a championship? Is that why, or what is it?
I don't know. Anybody that wears our colors. This is the same guy that told me that what was the quarterback? Brandon Weeden was going to be a fucking Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And Trent Richardson, I still remember that. He was right here in my house during the first playoff or the first preseason game, and he's like, "You might as well get the jacket sized up now for Trent Richardson, Hall of Famer." It's like, Jesus, dude, take it easy.
I know Jake is actually kidding. That's
Yeah, he won a he did win a championship. Okay, well, but by that philosophy, then all the other players should be considered that level too. Anderson Varejao or whatever his name was, and Zildrunas Ilgauskas. Those guys are all the best ever then too, because they won championships with LeBron, didn't they?
I don't even know who's on that team anymore. I could care less about the
Kyrie.
Well, Kyrie's a pretty good player.
Kyrie's a good player. He is. He's as good as LeBron.
I think Kyrie actually won us that championship, to be honest with you.
Well, he did. He made the final shot.
So, screw LeBron.
All right, what do you want to do? You want to take a little break, and then we'll figure out something to...
1846, my favorite. We got to wait a couple minutes because Tony Musachio is coming on.
Oh, is he going to come on?
He's coming on in less than 5 minutes, so might as well wait until he joins us and we can take a
break,
play his commercial and do our thing.
Is there a golf course near him today?
I assume so, but he did say I talked to him actually while I was in at SeaWorld in Florida.
Okay,
because he texted me. He's like, "So, what time should I come on today?" I was like, "Oh shit, I forgot to tell you that I'm in Florida." So yeah, he's gonna come on today. I want to remind everybody though that. Tomorrow, don't forget what it's all about, man. It's Independence Day, and we got to start standing up for this country. This country's falling apart.
Is it? I didn't notice.
Right now that is completely lost it.
Yay, Joe! You answered all the questions. Yay!
I feel like we're at another moment in our country's history where we need to fight as hard as we did, when we first founded this country.
Yeah.
I feel like I know it sounds silly because I know we've had a lot of other times in our country's past where things were difficult and things were tough. I know that civil rights and a lot of the Nixon and I mean you can go down a list of fucking terrible things that's gone on in this country, but I really do think that we're at a breaking point currently, and I think that the republic that was founded so many years ago is in jeopardy if the right thing doesn't happen in November.
Well, we need to throw something in the ocean, and it sure ain't tea anymore.
And I don't know who's going to be their nominee. I don't know.
I keep hearing more and more that's going to be that Whitmer, that horrible governor.
Today, the big thing is that they're setting it up for good old Kamala to take over.
No way.
And
she's so hateable she couldn't win.
She's also minority, so she'll have a swing vote there in a way. But
maybe.
Well, we'll see. All right, we got Tony Musachio coming up here in just a minute, so we might as well play his commercial and
we'll get into it.
All
right, here we go.
You see all the commercials for online gambling, but you're afraid to try them because you just don't want to lose, right? Well, play with the house's money. Right now, sign up with FanDuel at fanduel.cnspn.com and get $15 of free bets just for using our link. Sign up today at fanduel.cmspn.com and get $15 worth of bets on FanDuel. Be responsible and play today. FanDuel.